American Heart Month reminds us that strength is often born in fragility. Sometimes survival becomes a spark for reinvention, proving that healing doesn't mean returning to who you were. Let's welcome our guest, author Cheri Glover and her brother Ernest. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And your story is quite amazing. You've just written a book. I want to talk about your story and kind of what brought us here, but why don't you just share us a little bit more about your book?
Yes, so my book is just about my journey in terms of, it's my memoir.
Yeah.
So how I got started in the fashion world, but it also segues into my heart story of having open heart surgery at the age of 27.
At the age of 27.
Yes, ma'am.
So you were born with a heart defect, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
what
ma'am.
was the defect?
It was called a heart murmur. So I was born at 24 weeks. And I was only 1 pound, 12 ounces.
Oh my goodness.
1 pound, 12 ounces, yes.
And who's the elder? Is Brother Ernest the elder?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you were there to kind of witness all the stress that your family was going through and to watch your sister fight for her life. Mm-hmm. What was that experience like for you? I realized you were a child, but still.
Yeah, well, in our family, one of the things that we have, Cheri and I have visual disabilities. And one of the things that our mother and father basically stayed on us about being encourageable, very encouraging, and making sure that we was being raised up as leaders and not followers and things of that nature. So, Cheri coming around and having this heart condition, it always stayed the same as far as us as a family staying together in a unit and just being encouraging.
Yeah, and I think that's a wonderful message because a lot of families, they are all going through something to some extent, and the fact that you can come together and support one another and be those pillars of strength. But for you, having been born just so tiny and just so fragile, so being born with a heart murmur, how did you develop as a child? Because it wasn't until you were in your late 20s that you had an actual heart transplant. So tell us a little bit more about what life was like growing up.
Yes, I had a normal life.
Yeah,
I was
really.
a normal physical kid. We grew up in New York and Queens, and we had a house where we were able to go to the park, ride our bikes, things of that nature. We ran around the street with
So
our
the murmur
friends.
didn't stop you?
No, not at all. I
Wow.
was in dancing school. I was very physically active.
Yeah, wow,
very physically active.
my
Yes.
gosh.
But what happened was my mother always took me to the hospital every year to get the hospital, PCP, to get my heart checked every year. But one year I missed it. 2 years I missed going to the PCP.
Oh.
My physician came to me and said, one year I went for a physical, regular checkup, and she said, you missed a couple of years, I want to check your heart. And when she checked, that's what she saw. She saw something alarming. And she didn't tell me, she told my mom. And she said, I want her to get a second opinion from a cardiologist.
Absolutely, yeah. And what did the cardiologist say?
When he saw my heart, they actually, to make sure what they saw, they put a camera down my throat. I put me to sleep and put a camera down my throat to look at the back of the heart.
Yeah.
And when they saw that the blood was flowing in the opposite direction.
Oh no.
Yes.
And that could prove fatal, couldn't it?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious.
Absolutely. So heart murmurs can come in two different ways. So the one that I had, since my heart didn't fully develop when I was a child, it ended up becoming a very small hole in my heart.
Oh.
So as time goes on, that can worsen. And that's what mine did. It ended up worsening and probably getting a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And that's how the blood started flowing in the opposite direction.
So when they found that the blood was flowing in the opposite direction, that this could be a potentially fatal issue, when did they make the decision that you needed a heart transplant? How long did you wait?
I had open heart surgery for, it wasn't a transplant, it was
oh, excuse me,
it was
okay.
a repair. They repaired
They
my
repaired your
heart
heart.
valve.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was on me. And
yeah.
I waited.
Oh, did you
'Cause
really? I mean, it's kind of scary though,
yes,
right?
the cardiologist told me it's a life or death situation, but I didn't believe him.
Yeah. Did you talk to your brother Ernest? Did you two talk about this? Did you
I
encourage
spoke
her
to
to
my
go
family
through
about
this?
it?
Yeah.
And they were encouraging me to go ahead and do it, but I said, well, what are the symptoms? What are, I was I was blown away about this news.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was so young. I'm very thin.
Yes,
I'm very small.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I was very nervous.
You're so dainty that, I mean, you got to be so careful with someone in your condition, your build. So
Yes.
Ernest, as the big strong brother for Miss Cheri, there was no question in your mind that she should have the surgery.
Well, I knew that she needed to have a surgery. At that time when Cheri was making these decisions, I was no longer home. I was away, and but we knew that what needed to be done had to be done.
It had to be done.
Yeah.
Were you scared at all of how it would turn out?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was. I was very prayerful, and I didn't think about the negative side of things.
Yeah.
I just stayed very focused on the positive.
Certainly. Yeah. Now, what would you like to tell the audience based off of your own experience? I mean, it took a lot of courage to say yes to the surgery, and you're here today, and you're as healthy as anything.
Yes.
So what would you say to those who are facing the same challenge and worried about, you know, am I going to make this out alive?
I would say, don't, like Ernest said, don't think about the negative part.
Yeah.
Always think about what's in your future, what's ahead.
Yeah.
Because after I got the surgery done, I just explained to you, things just opened up in my life in terms of me being able to sleep better.
Right.
Me being able to and not feeling so tired and draggy like I was feeling.
Of course.
My sinuses opened up. I was able to be clear, to be able to move around more.
It's improved so many other aspects of your health. Incredible. Well, I also want to just point out, highlight the recent Beauty Empowerment Workshop that you do. So can you tell the audience what you're doing with that?
Yes, so I'm just training, letting people know more about the Beauty Empowerment Workshop through trainings. Ernie and I are both partnering with that. It's about inner confidence and learning more about who you are as a person, self-love, and also going after your dreams.
That's beautiful.
So I do fashion modeling.
Yeah.
So we're training individuals who want to go into that field of beauty, entertainment, and fashion.
That's great.
And we're bringing in experts to talk more about those fields so they can learn more about the field and get more networking opportunities if they'd like to.
That's fantastic. Well, we're going to put up on the screen where you can find this book. You were such an inspiration. I want to thank you both so much for being here with us. Thank you for sharing your story, Cheri. Thank you, Ernest.
Thank you.
We'll be back after